Hi, and thanks for tuning in again to my latest video. Gordon Causey, as it always is. And I wanted to do a very quick little clip about some thoughts I had with respect to something that pretty much slipped by my radar. June, as many will be aware, is Pride Month, and I don't see it getting the same exposure, for lack of a better word, that it has in years past. It seems to have been a much bigger deal in years previous. Now it seems to be largely forgotten. Maybe that'll change in the days and in the weeks to come. A month is a long time, but I wanted to share some quick thoughts before I do quickly. You're welcome to like and subscribe. You can like the video, you can subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content I put out. But these were the thoughts I had. Um, that it's Pride Month right now again, and nobody cares anymore. And I can't help but thinking that this world, in particular the Western world, that we would be in much better shape if we went back to a time where sexuality in all of its forms was returned to where it belongs as a private matter. Oh, and if you love the rainbow flag, the one in the thumbnail, or whatever you call that flag, hear me out on this. Sexuality used to be something private. All sexuality, including heterosexuality. Yeah, there have always been magazines, or not always, but magazines like Playboy. That publication started in the 1950s. And what they used to call pornographic stag films, they are as old as moving pictures, pretty much. But it wasn't in the mainstream. It wasn't part of the broader culture. Now it's everywhere. Television, movies, music, everything is about sex in one form or another. And it wasn't that long ago that places like bathhouses and gay bars were the subject of scorn and derision. Uh, they were often raided by the police as recently as the 1980s when I was in my teenage years and early 20s. But in tandem with businesses catering to the gay community, we also had strip joints and triple X video stores. And if one form of sexual gratification can be commercialized, why not other forms? Now, if you're new to my channel, you may not know I am a professing Christian, and Jesus exhorted his followers to first look at the log in our own eyes before pointing out the speck in the eyes of others. And back in the 80s, when the aforementioned gay bars and bathhouses were being raided, there were moralistic groups that cheered them being shut down. But those same groups were largely silent about a peeler bar or pornographic video stores. And it strikes me as only logical that if society writ large is going to turn a blind eye to commercializing and promoting heterosexual relations, it's that old familiar bromide of what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If one group can celebrate its perverse, decadent desires, why not every group? And I know that this is going to fall mostly on deaf ears, I'm sure, because people will say I'm just an old prude. If men, I'm not even sure if a man can be a prude, but whatever the case. And I have to admit, I am more than a bit of a hypocrite given my own personal history. In my younger salad days, I drank at all the fountains. I watched pornographic movies, and I've been in plenty of strip joints, sadly. I wish I could go back and talk to my younger self, but I can't. And this cultural shift, this movement toward openness about all forms of sexuality, this happened basically right under my feet. I was born into it. The generation, my parents, my grandparents, they didn't recognize, they didn't know the damage that was going to be wrought upon society. And I'm sure in their generations, they thought this move toward more sexual liberality, they probably saw it as harmless for the most part. But the way I look at it is Pandora's box has been opened. And even though Pride is kind of, no one's really paying attention to it, it's not getting the same coverage in years past. I don't think there's any way to shut this Pandora's box, shut it back down tight, not without a complete teardown. And I do think that's coming at some point in the future. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again. You are, of course, welcome to, again, subscribe to the channel or like this video and share your comments down below if you want. Anyway, we'll see you again when I upload my next video.